Hello, parents and fellow seminary teachers. I wanted to make this little video really quick to show you how to mark your child's reading, or your student can mark their own reading, the scriptures, since the reading requirements for seminary have been changed. Because it's different, it's really important that parents help their children to mark that reading. So I'm going to show you how you do it. You get this Seminary and Institute app. You can get it on the App Store or in the Google Play Store. And you click on it. And you're going to go to your son or daughter. This is actually in my seminary, what the teachers see. So let me show you. You go to Seminary, and it should pick up your children if you're logged on to this system, which is where you registered them. And if you go up here to readings at the very top, you see Isaac, it says he's 36% complete. So you click on that arrow and it shows you the different books. So seminary students are required to read the books of scripture that they study their years in seminary. So for seniors and some of the juniors, they're not going to get all 4 of the standard works because we're switching to the Come Follow Me curriculum. So, but freshmen, they will go through all 4 standard works. This fall, we're doing the New Testament, first part of the New Testament, and then, next year, we're going to be doing the Book of Mormon. So just let me show you. So the first thing it would be good for your student to do, or for you to help their student, is to mark something if they've already taken a class. So for instance, you see a green check mark here. That is by my son Isaac, because last year he was a freshman and we studied the Doctrine and Covenants, and he already read the Doctrine and Covenants, and so that was the 100%. Then you go down here to the New Testament, which is what he's studying right now, and it says he's 70% done. And let me show you that. That's because we have already read as a family with Come Follow Me all of the first part of the New Testament. And the reading is set up the same format as Come Follow Me. So, for instance, the first Come Follow Me lesson is Luke 1, Matthew 1, and so that's the way it's marked. So if you're doing Come Follow Me as a family, your seminary student is welcome to count that as their reading to be getting credit. So Isaac has done that already, and so we'll just continue to mark as that. He has not had the Book of Mormon yet, so he shouldn't be marking that reading, although let's say he sets a goal and wants to read the Book of Mormon. There is not, as far as I understand it, it's okay for students to read during the summer. It's okay for them to read the Book of Mormon at another time if that's what they're choosing to do. The important thing is that we want them to be reading their scriptures every day. We're encouraging personal scripture study. We're encouraging supporting family and family scripture study. I know in my class, I just ask my students to set some sort of a goal. What are they going to read? When are they going to read? So that we can get that habit of daily scripture study. Now, the cool thing about this is it helps the seminary teachers out a whole bunch, because no longer do we mark the reading for the students. It used to be that the students marked it on a chart or something in class, and then we would update their reading. We no longer do that. But we can go in and mark it if the student or parent tells us that they need us to. But it would just be so much easier if parents and students would be willing to mark on this app, because it automatically sends the information to their seminary account. And I'm going to show some screenshots here in a second about what that looks like. So you can see here, I'm here. Now, because I don't teach my son, I can't look at my son, so I'm going to be using another student. But you can see here that this student has started marking for the New Testament, and so you can see how it shows up in those blocks for me. And also, if we go in and look at this student's past seminary experience, we can see, he's already done the reading for the Doctrine and Covenants. That's already been complete. So it's just super helpful for parents and students to do this, and also for teachers to know that this is an option, a great option for them. It'll help students and parents keep things organized and help us to make sure that the kids are getting credit for the reading that they've done. While I'm on here, I want to show you another quick thing. So if you go to the Gospel Library app and you go to the library, there's this new thing called study plans, and I don't know how many people know about this. It's fairly new. When you click on study plans, you can make a goal to read really anything in the Gospel Library app, conference talks or a manual or whatever, but it's really helpful for students. So if you go up here and go to next, for students who are using electronic scriptures, so I could say, I think I really do want to read I really haven't read the New Testament with my family. I'd like to read it this year. So you go up here and you can say set a schedule. Now I'm going to say I really do want to read my scriptures every day, and I think I want to try to finish that within the end of the year. I want to try to do that for the end of the year. Then you can mark, do you want the chapters to be split and all this kinds of stuff, whatever you want to do. I usually do that because it makes it about exactly the same amount of reading every day. Then you say next, and you can even put a reminder, like I want to remind myself every night at 8:30 p.m. that I want to read the New Testament. And I push save. And now it comes up with this schedule. So if I wanted to read the entire New Testament by the end of the year, this is what I would need to read. It shows you each day. And when you click on those links, it takes you right to the part that you need to read. And then if I finish it, and I pretend I read this, I mark here, it marks it as complete. It's just a really handy way to keep track of your reading. Now, for students who are trying to read the Gospels along with their seminary class, which is an option, it is not a requirement, but it is one of the options for personal reading, you're going to have to play with those dates a little bit, because, see, this has me reading the entire New Testament, so I get down here to December, and, I've finished the New Testament, and right now we're just doing the 4 Gospels. So you have to play around with the dates a little bit to get that exactly how you would like it, but it's fairly easy. So those were just a couple of things I wanted to show today so that you can help your student to meet the requirements for the reading requirement for seminary, and also to encourage them to have some personal scripture study every day. Thanks.